One friendship, one secret, and a choice that could destroy everything. The Boy and the Squirrel. Ethan was a boy of 15 who lived in a small, quiet village at the edge of a vast forest. He had always felt like an outsider. His father had passed away when he was very young, and his mother was always busy working to provide food for them. Ethan often wandered into the forest to escape the loneliness of his home. There he found comfort in the songs of birds and the whispers of the wind. One autumn afternoon, as he sat beneath an old oak tree, Ethan heard a faint rustling sound. Out of curiosity, he followed the noise and found a small squirrel trapped in a hunter's net. Its tiny body trembled with fear, and its black eyes pleaded for help. Ethan carefully untangled the ropes, whispering, "Don't worry, little one. I won't hurt you." The squirrel leapt into his hands, shaking, then rested its head against his palm, as though it trusted him completely. From that day, Ethan returned to the forest daily, and the squirrel, whom he named Nutty, waited for him. Their bond had just begun. Days turned into weeks, and Ethan and Nutty grew inseparable. He would bring nuts, fruits, and breadcrumbs, and Nutty would perch on his shoulder, squeaking happily. When Ethan felt sad, Nutty would curl up in his lap and look into his eyes as if listening to every word. Sometimes Ethan laughed and said, "You understand me better than people do." One evening, Ethan's mother noticed the boy sneaking out again and asked, "Where do you go every day?" Ethan only smiled and said, "Just to the forest. It feels like home there." The truth was, Nutty had become his secret. He feared others would laugh at him for being so attached to a squirrel. Yet deep inside, he felt that Nutty was no ordinary animal. The way it watched him, the way it seemed to comfort him, it was almost human. But as their friendship grew, so did the shadow of danger. Ethan did not know that others in the village had begun to whisper about a forest spirit in the form of a squirrel that granted luck or disaster, depending on who found it. One night, Ethan dreamed of the same oak tree where he first found Nutty. In the dream, the tree whispered, "Protect the one who protects you, or both will be lost." The next day, Nutty acted strangely. It wouldn't eat, and it kept tugging Ethan's sleeve as though trying to lead him somewhere. Finally, Nutty darted toward a clearing deep in the woods, and Ethan followed. There he found ancient carvings on stones, symbols he couldn't understand. Nutty climbed on the stones and squeaked loudly, as if warning him of something. Ethan touched the carvings and felt a sudden chill run through his body. He stumbled back, his heart pounding. "What is this place, Nutty?" he whispered. That night, Ethan could not sleep. He wondered if his furry friend carried a secret bigger than either of them could imagine. One cold morning, Ethan reached the oak tree, but Nutty wasn't there. Panic filled him. He searched through the forest until he heard a familiar squeak. Only this time, it was filled with pain. Nutty was caught again, this time in a steel cage. A hunter from the village stood nearby, muttering, "So the legends were true. This squirrel is no ordinary creature. I'll sell it for gold." Ethan's heart raced. He stepped forward and shouted, "Let it go!" "It's just a squirrel," the hunter sneered. "Not just a squirrel, boy. This creature is said to bring fortune. It belongs to me now." Without thinking, Ethan grabbed a stick and fought the hunter. Nutty bit the man's hand through the cage, buying Ethan time to snatch it and run. They dashed through the forest, the hunter's curses echoing behind them. Ethan didn't stop until they reached the stone carvings again. There, something unbelievable happened. The carvings began to glow, and the cage door swung open on its own. Nutty leapt into Ethan's arms, free once again. As Nutty nestled in Ethan's hands, its eyes glowed faintly golden. For the first time, Ethan heard a voice inside his head, not his own. "Thank you, Ethan. You've protected me. Now I must protect you." Ethan stumbled back, terrified. "You can talk?" Nutty's voice echoed in his mind. "I am not an ordinary squirrel. Long ago, I was cursed to live in this form for eternity. Only true friendship can break the curse." Ethan's mouth went dry. "So, you're not just my friend. You're—" "I am both human and spirit," Nutty explained. "But without you, I would have remained trapped forever." "Your kindness has awakened the old magic." Tears filled Ethan's eyes. "You mean you'll leave me?" The squirrel's little body shivered. If the curse breaks, I may disappear. But I wanted you to know the truth before it's too late. Ethan held Nutty close, whispering, no matter what happens, you'll always be my best friend. The hunter returned with other villagers, torches in hand. There it is, he shouted. The spirit creature. Capture it. Ethan stood in front of Nutty, arms wide. No! If you want it, you'll have to go through me. The villagers hesitated. No boy had ever dared to protect such a creature. The oak tree behind them began to glow, its branches spreading like arms. A booming voice filled the clearing. Only those pure of heart may decide the fate of the cursed one. Ethan, the choice is yours. Free the spirit forever, or keep it by your side. Ethan's heart ached. He wanted Nutty to stay, but he also knew his friend deserved freedom. With trembling hands, he looked at Nutty. I don't want to lose you, but I can't be selfish. Be free, my friend. He placed Nutty on the glowing stone. Light burst from the carvings, wrapping the squirrel in golden fire. Nutty squeaked one last time before its form dissolved into shimmering light. The villagers gasped and fled, terrified. Ethan fell to his knees, tears streaming down his face. His best friend was gone. For days, Ethan could not stop crying. The forest felt empty without Nutty. Yet one evening, as he sat under the oak tree, he heard a gentle whisper in his mind. I am with you, always. The wind rustled the leaves, and Ethan swore he saw the shape of a squirrel dancing in the branches. Though Nutty's body was gone, its spirit lived in the forest and in Ethan's heart. Years later, Ethan became a man known for his kindness and wisdom. People from other villages came to hear his stories about the spirit of the squirrel, the guardian of the forest and friend of a lonely boy. And whenever Ethan sat under that oak tree, he smiled, knowing Nutty was still there, watching, protecting, and loving him in silence. Moral of the story: true friendship is not about holding on. It's about setting free those you love, even if it breaks your heart. Love that is pure never truly dies. It becomes eternal.